If you're going to teach a younger team, they've got shorter attention spans. So just adding like a little 5-minute game in between, just a game of quick knockout, dribble knockout, still progressing their skills, that just helps them get a little brain break, get some water, and then they're back at it.
This is Coach to Coach, where we talk junior basketball coaching in a relaxed, practical way. I'm Jace, and these are your fast break chats. Let's get into it. Welcome to another episode of Coach to Coach. I am rather stoked to have a junior coach along with me today. Welcome aboard, Hayden. It's great to have you here.
Thank you, Jason. Pleasure to be here.
It's actually New Year's Day, so we're kicking off 2026 with an exciting chat about what it's like to be coaching right from the beginning. So we'll kick off things with my usual Fast Five. Tell me, how long have you been coaching for now?
I've been coaching for about 1.5 years, okay. I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah. And what teams are you currently coaching with? Sort of what age groups and which clubs and things? I
am coaching for domestic, Vultures under 11 11s, and for rep, Blackburn 13 3s.
Grouse. That's a new appointment?
Yeah.
Exciting.
Just recently picked the Blackburn one up.
Yeah, grouse. And why do you coach? What makes you want to do your thing?
The reason I coach is just to see the excitement of the boys and just to help them progress through the season. And just watching them progress just makes my day.
Excellent. Was there someone, or is there someone that had an influence on the way you coach? I mean, I know the answer. Obviously, the answer is yes, but talk us through.
I'd probably say my dad.
Okay.
Yeah. Just watching his loyalty to the team, being there at every training, every game. Just inspires me to just be like him.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. He'll be very proud. And do you have a favourite player, professional player at the moment?
At the moment, I'd probably say Luka.
Okay.
Luka Doncic.
Yep. Yeah, he's doing some pretty incredible things with the Lakers, isn't he?
Mm.
Yeah, awesome. So I guess for today's episode, I'm really stoked to have a junior coach along because whether you are 40-something and coaching your first team or 15 and coaching your first team, the challenges are somewhat similar in terms of the newness of the whole process. It's quite sort of confronting. You've got 7, 8, 9, 10 players at times who you all of a sudden are looking to you for guidance. I mean, I've noticed even with my under 17 girls, we call a timeout, they come in and they are looking directly at the coach to guide what the next step is. So I know that when I started coaching, it was quite confronting. And I imagine maybe to some extent it was the same for you. So I guess I wanted to give our audience today a little bit of peace of mind to know that they're not alone in that solidarity. It is a big deal to start coaching. It's awesome, and it's a challenge worth getting over. But I guess today, talk us through, some of the biggest challenges that you had right from the start, and give some thought and share some thoughts on how you've overcome some of those challenges. So talk us through.
I'd probably say the confidence is the biggest one to start. At the start, you're very quiet, timid, just do stuff at training. But progressively, you will just get better. You get more confident. The kids look up to you. They understand what you're doing, where you're coming from, and they understand that struggle. And then you can just build that confidence up from what they are seeing. Yeah,
okay. So do you reckon there's a time frame for it? Do you reckon there's a number of games and like what? I mean, you've been coaching for 1.5 years now. What do you reckon it took you to find that confidence?
Or for me to find that confidence, play 8 games, 8 weeks in.
Yeah, okay.
Quite a while, because some kids, they just learn differently, and then you've just got to build them up from that. Yep.
And well, that leads me to another interesting question. How have you found the difference in the way kids learn?
Some kids learn so differently.
Yeah.
I have to go out onto the court and I teach them visually because they cannot learn to play by a board. I can't learn to play by a board, and I'm 15, so I don't really expect them to. So I just walk out onto the court, even during a timeout. We just go walk through this play.
Yep. Show them what they need to move and what they need to do.
Yep. They learn it better.
Yeah, right. Excellent. And do you work on your plays at training?
Yeah, all the time. About probably a quarter of the training.
Yep.
We're learning one play. We've currently got 4 plays for under 11's team because we've spent 2 weeks on each play.
Yep. Yeah, and I think at that level, that's probably where you need to be.
Yep.
You give too many more plays and it's going to possibly take away from the fundamentals that need to be learnt as well, I reckon.
Yeah, because we've started with some high plays, and by the end of the season, we'll be running them basket to basket.
Yeah, nice. Great. So what other challenges do you reckon you've had to overcome?
Some of them, it's just their second season.
Yeah, okay.
So I can't give them the plays that I learn.
Yep.
I've got to do the plays that I see either off a website or stuff that I remember my dad teaching me.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to start from like the very base.
Mm-hmm.
Not teaching them how to catch a ball, but things that you can do with the ball.
Yeah,
it's like a jump stop, a pivot, back pivot, forward pivot, just all those.
Some of the fundamental skills rather than plays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So adjusting to the various levels of experience in the team is a challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. So what sort of things have you done to help accommodate those lesser skilled players?
Oh, you don't have to give them more attention. You just got to bring up their confidence as if they can do it.
Yeah, okay.
Because we had a boy at the start of the season. He couldn't do it through the legs, and now he's like one of the best to do it. Because he just puts it right where I told him to, and it's just perfect.
Excellent. So a lot of it comes back to that sort of inspiring leadership, confidence building, language, and reinforcement.
Yeah.
What else have you got for me?
If you're going to teach a younger team, they've got shorter attention spans. So just adding like a little 5-minute game in between, just a game, a quick knockout, dribble knockout, still progressing their skills.
Yep.
That just helps them get a little brain break, get some water, and then they're back at it.
Excellent. I've actually never thought of that because I had the under-9s a couple of seasons ago, and I've tended to put the fun things at the end of the session if they've put the work in. But you make an interesting point. Maybe it needs to be put 20 minutes of work in, then play a little fun game in the mix of things.
Exactly. That's what I say to my kids.
Yep.
I say we do all this perfectly, we get a longer game. So it's just not always planned to last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If they get through it, smash it, or quick water break, could be 10-minute game at the end.
Yeah. It definitely allows them an opportunity to focus their attention.
Yeah, it also just makes themselves push to progress forward so then they can get to that final point.
Yes. I love that. That's awesome. It's funny how there's so many different structures that you can take on when it comes to coaching, and you can just try different options for different, it might be different for a different group. You might have a set of really disciplined kids that you can run 50 minutes of training and then scrimmage for 10. Other groups might be just a case of get them to run a drill, then get them to do it knockout, then get them to do another drill. So it's interesting to hear a different strategy for it. And I think that's one of the important things in this message that we're sharing with people is that, try different things. And we want to arm you with as many ideas as we can. So what else you got for us?
I'd say that for a brand new coach, like brand new, it's not just an experiment. You've got to have structure.
Yes.
So you got to plan out your training because every minute that you're thinking, what should I do? That's just time wasting that the kids just are not doing, and they're just shooting around in the back.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I must admit that hour disappears very quickly, doesn't it?
It does.
And if you spend too much time fumbling around, wondering what your next thing's going to be, A, you've lost their attention, but B, you've wasted precious minutes. It disappears very, very quickly. So what kind of planning do you do? Like, to what extent do you plan it out?
So we have one family on our rep team and one family on our domestic team. They film the game. They send it to me privately. I watch back over it and I see what we need to work on, what plays we're not doing properly. and what kids just need help on certain bits.
Yeah, okay. So you'll go back and watch the footage and go, gee, Frankie was really struggling with a left-hand drive down there. Let's spend some time on left-hand layups or something like that.
Yeah.
Excellent. And do you have like a playbook of drills that you like to come back to and slot in?
I actually have. From day one, I went to Officeworks, bought a brand new book, wrote every play that I knew,
Yep.
and every play that I watched off YouTube, NBAJunior.com,
Yep.
whatever.
Oh, how good is NBA Junior?
It's perfect.
It is so good. I must admit, I've definitely tapped on that shoulder a few times.
It's good.
It's a lot of different plays, a lot of fun things too. Like they've really managed to focus on making sure that there's a crossover of fun and learning the game.
Yeah.
One of the biggest questions I wanted to ask you, you've been playing since you were
9 or 10.
Yep. Right. So how much of your game experience, like playing the game, has influenced the way you coach, do you think?
I would say quite a bit.
Yep.
Because not many kids at 14 get offered to coach rep.
Yep.
So from the start, I've been watching my brother's games, sitting on the bench at the age of 11.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched how his coach coached, and then I told them what they need to improve on.
Yep.
So that I did that for about a season, season or two. Then we skipped a year. Now I'm on to junior coaching, and now I'm doing it sport coaching for school.
Amazing. So do you think that there are things that you, like values, I guess, from your own game that you've brought through? Like the way you play the game, has that carried through to your coaching? Or have you sort of found yourself now, from a coaching perspective, developed new sort of fundamentals and values for things?
I would say, yeah. I've played differently since I've started coaching. Because I see the game in different ways and where to move, from like cutting, pivoting, just screening in certain spots. It just helps you see the game better.
What an interesting angle to share, because that would almost entice a few other young coaches to go, so hang on a minute. You're saying I can improve my game by coaching? Yeah,
absolutely. You can even improve by just watching a Melbourne United game or an NBA game.
Yeah, always. Mate, that's excellent. I think that there's a really, really confidence-inspiring message to be shared with young coaches here. I want, because at the end of the day, you're the next generation that's going to come through and make the next round of young players get out there, love the game, play it at a high level, and see what they can do with it. So from one coach to another, I really thank you for the time and effort and commitment that you put into it. It's easy to take for granted what coaches do, but having been in it for a couple of years now myself, and it's a really important role, and it's one that we take seriously. So good on you for making that commitment, and it is appreciated. So thanks for coming along today on this podcast. It's awesome to have a young perspective on the things. So thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. Yeah. That's it for today's Fast Break chat on Coach to Coach. Thanks for listening. I'm Jace, and I'll catch you next time.